We're going to be talking about in this video 3 huge signs that you're actually waking up. You're waking up to the fact that you are a creator. You're waking up to the fact that you don't have to be a victim to your circumstances any longer. You're waking up to the fact that you don't need to be stuck in your life, that you actually have the power to step into the reality that you really want. So this is going to be 3 huge signs that you're waking up. 3 signs that you are actually waking up right now. Now, I just want to say before I get into this video, if any of these signs don't apply to you, that's okay, because you can actually use these signs as something to actually help you to wake up anyways. So either way, it's going to be very powerful for you. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for free consultation. So what I want you to understand is that the first huge sign that you're actually waking up to who you actually are as a creator, as consciousness, as something that is not what you thought you were before, at the very least, is that you're not resisting discomfort anymore. You're not resisting challenges. You might actually be inviting challenges into your life. Because when you're stuck in ego, you're stuck in comfort. When you're stuck in the ego identity, you're stuck in what feels comfortable to me. And it's funny because actually our comfort zones can be our greatest prisons. What you think is comfortable right now and feels good is gonna turn into your prison later on. So what I want you to understand is that if you're starting to realize that actually peace is only found in discomfort, that all challenges are just tests to help you actually find more peace, to find more of a connection to who you really are, to connect deeper to who you really are, to find out that if you're finding out that all challenges are there to bring you closer, to move you deeper, you're realizing that, wait a second, things don't just happen like that. They don't just happen for no reason. And even if they do, what use is there to not take this situation as an opportunity to grow? Because if you're realizing that there's 2 options in life, the one option is that this challenge, this discomfort brings you down, makes you more makes you more of a victim, makes you more of somebody that doesn't agree with life. Oh, this shouldn't be happening to me. This should be, hey, well, actually you're realizing, you know what? Whatever my opinions are about if this should or shouldn't be happening, here it is, and it's happening. If you're learning to accept adversity more, to accept challenge, to not fight discomfort, if you're not resisting discomfort, that's a huge sign you're waking up, because people that are in ego don't invite challenge into their life. They stay comfortable. They stay in their comfort zone. They don't challenge themselves. Transformation only happens in the discomfort zone, in the unknown, in what doesn't always feel good, what might feel a little bit scary sometimes. You might be on the rocky roads. You might not know exactly what's happening. If that is the case, if you're realizing everything that I'm sharing, you are in fact waking up. You are in fact slowly, more and more and more, getting closer to the truth of who you really are. Now, the second sign that you are waking up to the truth of who you really are is you're allowing this moment to be. You're allowing this moment to be. Sure, you might have things you want to create. You might want to create this. You might want to create that. You might want to create all these things in your life. But you're starting to actually invite more of an allowing of this moment to be the way that it is, an allowing of whatever comes your way, an allowing of what you're experiencing. You might not be fighting with life anymore. You might just be allowing it to be, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Because maybe you're realizing, what's the point in not allowing? What's the point in not, let me ask you this right now. Is there any benefit to being in resistance to what is right now? Seriously, because you got to understand that this present moment is the only thing that exists. The past and the future are literally a construction of the mind. So when we come in with our ego and with our minds, and we say, wait a second, I don't want this moment to be the way that it is, that's literally insane. That's literally insanity. It's insanity. It's literally a dysfunction of the mind, wouldn't you think? Because here's the situation, here's what it is, but we're fighting it. Now, when I say acceptance, don't confuse this with not being able to change your reality. Change is actually what's going to start to come up more, and you're going to start to change more than you've ever changed in your life, the more you can accept where you are now. We'll get to that in just a second, which is going to be connected to the third point. But what you're going to understand is that we'll get the change in a second, and don't worry, but if you're beginning to realize that there's no point in fighting this present moment, there's no point in resisting this present moment, maybe it's not to say that you can't change it after, but you're realizing that fighting what is now is not productive to anything. In fact, the most productive way to actually change your reality is to be in a complete state of non-resistance. If you're getting closer to realizing that actually accepting this present moment is never not going to be beneficial to you moving forward in your life, if you're realizing that fighting this present moment has no use, regardless of what form this present moment takes, then you're stepping up. You're waking up. You're stepping up into a higher level. That's exactly what's happening to you. Because fighting this present moment is, just gonna say it, I'm just gonna say it, it's useless, okay? So the third sign that you're waking up to who you really are is you're understanding that change, true transformation, true change, and you might, even if this one doesn't apply to you, this is a great, powerful thing to know, but if it applies to you, oh man, you're definitely waking up. So if you're understanding that actually change only can happen at the highest level when we are in acceptance to this present moment, that is a huge sign you're waking up. Because if you're starting to realize that the future comes about from the process, and each moment that you take in this present moment and how non-resistant you are to this moment is the only way to create a better future. Isn't it so? Because think about it like this. So many people on the planet are trying to create a better future while feeling horrible now, when the future is an extension of the now, because the only moment that exists is the now. So if you're trying to create a better future while being non-resistant to the now, that's an illusion, because actually once you get to the future, you're still in that non-resistant now, because the future is a thought in the mind. That's it. The future is a thought in the mind. And so if you're starting to realize that actually the best way to create change, the best way to create transformation is actually to be in a state of non-resistance and acceptance to this present moment, that is a huge sign that you're waking up, because what you resist persists. When you're fighting this present moment, you're actually creating more of what you don't want. You'll start to notice this. When you can start to be in each moment and not resist it, be in a state of allowing this moment to be, you'll be able to take the perfect action that's in alignment with the divine to actually help you to get where you want to go in the quote unquote future. And when you're fighting this moment, you take, quite frankly, horrible actions that are completely going against what you want to see happen in your life. That's just what it is. That's the truth. When you're fighting this moment, trying to get somewhere, all the action you take is absolutely horrible. But when you're allowing, you're non-resisting, you're detached, everything you do has an inner quality to it. There's an energy to it. There's an allowing. There's a non-resistance to it. And you're literally, you're becoming what some people call an alchemist. Okay, Ralph Smart uses that word all the time, and for a very good reason, because alchemy is what awakening is about. You're turning something negative into something powerful. You're turning something negative and you're using it to empower your spirit and to empower yourself. You're using your higher self to empower the lower self, and you do that by understanding that change happens in the non-resistance to what is. So if you're realizing that, congrats. Don't get an ego boost from it, but take it in, acknowledge it. You are waking up. You're actually waking up to a much higher level of who you really are. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So that's all I have for this video. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.